Welcome back. Our final interview of the morning with Dr. Ferrial Adam. She is the Executive Director at WaterCAN. We're going to be looking at the water crisis in Johannesburg. Assalamu alaikum to you, Dr. Ferrial Adam. Lovely to have you on the show once again. Welcome.
Wa alaikum salam, Julie, and always great to be on your show, and salams to all your listeners.
Thank you so much. As I was looking at introducing you, something popped into my head. Is it just us here in Johannesburg with this current water crisis? I know a while ago Cape Town had a similar issue, and I haven't heard much from KZN. So, talk us through why we're here. Is it only Johannesburg, or is this a countrywide issue?
That is a really good question. And yes, it is a countrywide issue. It's not just Johannesburg, but what we're seeing in Johannesburg is basically a snapshot of what's going to be happening across the country. So already there are parts of Free State, Nelson Mandela Bay, Eastern Cape, KZN, even Cape Town, where Cape Town's got issues with sewage into the oceans.
Ooh.
In parts of the country, you can't drink the water in many parts of South Africa, and that is all kind of linked to this. So it might be the quality of the water that people are getting, but also the access to water. Some people just don't have water, so they're relying on dirty water to actually drink, and that is across South Africa. It is a big crisis.
And of course, it goes against our constitution. But I suppose, Ferrial, we find ourselves in this situation due to the large-scale corruption in the country by corrupt officials, because monies that were set aside over the past 30 years to upgrade infrastructure didn't happen.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, is that people, they set aside money and the money is gone missing. Look at Tshwane, for example. We're talking that this is a national crisis. In Tshwane, you remember, they allocated 291 million rand to fix a water treatment plant. What happened? That money went missing, right? Literally. No one has been able to spend time in jail, but I do think that there are investigations on that one. But then let's fast forward to where we are now. They're spending like 600 million rand on water tanks. So there's definitely a mismanagement of funds. It's a lack of priorities and not prioritizing the right thing on water.
Okay, I've heard the reason why they're allowing this crisis to continue is because they've got a water tank mafia in operation. And that's the reason why they're dragging their heels on fixing the matter. Your thoughts?
I think it's a combination of things. It's, on the one hand, in some parts, it's definitely the water tanker mafia. I think it's less so here. I think in the city of Johannesburg, they need to have an allocation of funding and they need to ring fence the funding. There needs to be better political will to make this happen. So I think that's lacking. I don't think that the water tanker mafia in the city of Johannesburg is as widespread, but I don't think it's also a place where we can keep our eye off the kind of issue. We have to keep watching it. And so, yeah, in Johannesburg, I think it's a combination of the water tanker mafia, but also the fact that I think the whole of the city of Johannesburg is in trouble. If we look at our streets, if we look at our lights, if we look at our, roads, it's really just, there's something wrong with the entire city and that needs fixing. So that's where we need to start fixing.
It's degenerated completely. Drive through the city and you'll cry for our beloved country. But be that as it may, we understand that there was a wonderful initiative regarding the Joburg water protest. What was that all about? And it happened on the weekend. Were you encouraged by the numbers of people that turned up?
I was very excited and emotional on Saturday, of course. I think that the morning started out, we were standing in the rain. And I think more people would have come out if it didn't rain on us. But I think it was a way of being blessed. we still had about 1,000 people. And
Wow.
I think what this for me shows is that it brought all the little, they were throughout the last few years. And I think you've covered them as well, the little protests that have happened all across Joburg. And we said, no, we need, if they're just little protests, we will be ignored. Let's come together, have a big protest with clear demands. We had 9 demands that we submitted to the city, and we said this is what we're going to work on, and this is what's going to unite us. And we must not allow political parties in the next year and a half to divide us along water.
So, according to you, it was a success. You handed over a memorandum. When do you expect to receive a response to that?
So this is the funny part, is that we actually submitted the memorandum to the mayor's office 2 weeks before.
Ah,
We wanted them to come to the protest and respond to our demands. He said, no, it's not the appropriate place to actually respond to our demands. But it's not difficult to stand with your mic and say, I have read the 9 demands. We are doing X, Y, and Z, and we will discuss the following moving forward. That's all he had to say. But he came in there saying, no, I'm just here to receive. So he was a little bit deceitful, and that was disappointing.
where to from here, Ferrial?
So the committee, we're a big committee of people that worked on the protest. We taking stock. A lot of us are quite exhausted still, but we're going to keep on the pressure. We think that we're not going to allow ourselves to be pushed 3 steps back. We are going to keep on the pressure, and we are going to make sure that the 9 demands we have submitted actually get to fruition.
Okay, before I let you go, would you like to share some of those demands with us so people can get an understanding of what is on the cards?
Absolutely. And it's not pie in the sky. That's what's so beautiful about this, is that the first one is about ring fencing money for water. If you don't ring fence the money for water, then nothing can happen with regards to infrastructure. We also talk about, they have a short-term plan. Joburg Water has a turnaround strategy with a short-term plan that they were supposed to have met some of their projects already in July, August this year. We're saying, well, we are going to monitor this now. We are going to do the project management. Where are these projects right now? And I see that they are responding in some respects in the media. We also say that civil society, we've been the ones that have been monitoring the tankers, monitoring the leaks, reporting sewage overflows. So we think they need to have an increased group, like the presidential working group, but increase the number of civil society people. Work with us. Don't treat us as an outsider. We're part of the city. We have solutions. Let us be part of the solution. And that's what we're saying as well. The other issue is that the 4 billion, because that sweeping arrangement that the city has, where every entity gets their budget, but National Treasury allows the city to take all the money and put it into one pot for 24 hours so that it can gain interest, and then they can use that on other things. From the Joburg Water accounts, there has been 4 billion over 2 financial years that was taken out but not put back. The city keeps saying that they put it back, but it's only on paper, and we want to see the paper trail. So it's very simple. Those are some of the demands that we've put up.
Good luck. We're all behind you, holding thumbs, and it's about time this matter is resolved and corruption is absolutely rooted out completely. So thanks to people like yourself, Dr. Ferrial Adam, WaterCAN Executive Director, and all the other good people behind you. Till the next time, as always, keep the good fight going. Assalamu alaikum and keep safe.
Jazakallah. Thank you so much, Julie.
It's exactly 11 after 10 o'clock, and that means it's wrap-up time for me. Thank you indeed for your company. Don't forget, you and I will be together on the mid-morning show tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Till then, keep safe. As always, Assalamu alaikum and Khuda Hafiz.